Encore Revival, America, July 27, 2020. It takes two to fight. There are two Americas, and half of each are choosing to fight. As early as 2015, more than a few Obama supporters claimed that Trump spoke as did Hitler. He did not, neither in 2015 nor through 2019. But now, Trump does speak so, with the gentle, understanding, compassionate appeal to sense and patience before the bold and courageous grab. That was Hitler and FDR. And that doesn't prove anything. Perhaps we should say Hitler spoke as Trump or both as FDR, because this way of speaking is necessary in troubled times, whether a leader be bad or good. Just because Hitler did a good thing to look good does not mean the good thing is not good. But if there were any alarm, it is ignored because of the fake alarms set off by loud radicals on the far left, possibly about half. Those radicals do not consider consequence. Solving a problem the wrong way will only make the problem worse, then deter others from attempting to solve that problem in the future. They don't know. Ignoring laws to get a kind of so-called lawless justice will only breed more injustices. They didn't notice. Voting ourselves money from the taxpayer treasury bankrupts government, and government bankruptcy always leads to tyranny. They forget. Congressman Louis Gohmert cites history and notes that banning all overt racist monuments and institutions would mean banning the Democratic Party itself. They were never told. A false alarm will cause people to ignore real alarms. They never cared. If there ever were a time for alarm, it is now, every bit as much as abuse has drowned out the alarms. Qualified immunity of the police has been abused and must be reformed. It will be. There is no question of whether, only how. It will be abandoned, reformed, or riots will excuse martial law. But police will not enjoy the protections they abused, and so-called good police will not enjoy the protections they allowed other police to abuse. Even the good cops let the corruption linger and fester. Change in police is inevitable, one way or another. The preferred solution to our police problem is the state-trained militia, but that requires people to think on their own. Still, many defend police qualified immunity. If federal, state, and county governments were to increase accountability for police to qualify for immunity, there would be fewer riots, and most police wouldn't want to quit their jobs. But if there is no qualified immunity reform through the legislative process, we will go down the road of riots and martial law. As bad as martial law is, and as much as Trump made the final decision, no one supported martial law as much as those who justified it by creating the need. Lawless, policeless idealists on the left, possibly about half. As much as dissent against police threatens the peace, no one supported the anti-police movements as much as the good police who didn't rise up to confront corruption among their co-workers. Each side of America's divide creates excuses for the other. It seems like conspiracy, but we can't be sure yet. We will know whether there is a Trump conspiracy by whether Trump loses the general election. If he does, he can dispute it, thus enraging the lawless on the far left to rationalize even more martial law. A simple, straight election victory would not be so inflammatory and would indicate Trump has no takeover conspiracy. Having kept campaign promises and being the incumbent, Trump must win. It is historical gravity. If he lost, it would have been on purpose. No one helped Trump get elected as much as Obama. No one helped Obama get elected as much as Bush Jr. and Bush Jr. Clinton and Clinton Bush Sr. On it goes as America divides and fights with itself. Both sides are responsible, fars on right and left, those who don't think for themselves, possibly about half each. Some are learning to think, whether left or right. They are not the problem, possibly about half each. Encore. Revival has returned to America.